I'm April, one half of Morrison and Turner's Entrepreneurship Academy. Today I wanted to talk to you about a topic that we get a lot of questions on. A lot of people ask us in our courses, how should I handle it? Should I do it? It's about hiring family members and friends in your home care agency. People ask us, do you recommend that we do? Should we stay away from it? I don't want to ruin personal relationships if I do hire someone and it doesn't go well. I'm going to give you our perspective on what we did when we ran our agency, what we continue to do with the academy, and that is we do hire family and friends. However, there are some stipulations that you must think about when you're hiring family and friends. Don't hire someone just because you're related, just because you've been friends for a long time. That's not a good way to approach things when you're running a business. Just because you love someone in your personal life doesn't mean they're a good fit for your business or a good fit to work in your office. Some of the do's and don'ts I want to talk about today when hiring families and friends for your home care agency is one, when you're hiring family or a friend to help you with your agency, whether it's your mom, sister, friend, cousin, whomever they may be, you want to make sure that you keep it in a business capacity. So they're going to still fill out the application, do all the paperwork, and you still want to put them on your payroll if possible. If there's a situation where you want to pay them just as for helping out as a bonus or something like that, you want to make sure you get that in writing, because you don't want it to be a situation where if you're paying them off the books for their coming in and doing consulting or just helping you once in a while, you want to get something in writing so it can't be used against you later, just to cover both of you guys in, because sometimes money changes people. You don't want a sister or whoever saying, yeah, I'll help you at your office, just pay me $100 here or there, but then business is booming and they're like, well, I want back pay because now since I helped you, you're making all this money and I'm going to need some extra money because now you're doing much better than I thought. So you don't want those type of things to interfere with relationships, because sometimes it does happen even with people may not have bad intentions, but sometimes things just work out that way. We do recommend putting things in writing, however the working relationship is going to begin. You guys have the same expectations up front. On the other side of that, don't hire family and friends if you don't intend to pay them. Don't expect people to work for you for free just because you're related. So you have to be fair as a business owner and keep things business and not personal. You want to make sure it's never personal. You want to make sure you compensate people fairly for doing things for you in your business, because this is a business relationship, not a personal relationship. It's different from your sister babysitting your kids for you for a couple hours versus her using her time to come into your office to help you. If she declines money and says she absolutely doesn't want anything, that's something you guys can work out, take her to lunch, whatever, but you want to make sure as a business owner, you're expressing your clear expectations of what's needed and what you're going to compensate for those services. Some of the red flags we tell people to look for when hiring family or friends is nothing personal. You always want to be objective when hiring people. If you know these people in your family or friends that you've known forever and they don't have good work ethics, they're always late to their current job, they come home talking negatively about everyone at work and they hate everything, they have poor attendance at their job, this may not be someone you should hire for your business. Although you're related, some of those same habits and work ethics are going to come over to your business. Just because someone says, oh, for your company, I won't do that. That's normally not the case. I would say that would be a red flag and I wouldn't recommend hiring that person for your business. If you do want to give them a shot, you can let them know what your expectations are and what you can have for your business, because at the end of the day, it's your name, it's your baby, and you want to make sure you're giving quality care to your clients. And if they're in a position where they're supervising caregivers or working with the office, you want to make sure they're not running off caregivers with a poor attitude or bad work ethics. If that person has bad interpersonal relationships, meaning they're always in an argument with someone, they're the person in the family that always falls out with everybody and it's never their fault, they blame it on everything else, that too can interfere with their work relationships. If they're working with other caregivers, sometimes you have 24/7 clients and there's a caregiver coming in each shift, and they're not getting along with the caregivers, some of them may feel like, oh, that's her sister, I can't say anything about her poor work performance or her attitude, so I'm just going to quit to prevent myself from being in the situation. So you always want to let caregivers and your family know that if they are working for you, it's not a sister relationship. We're brother, sister, whomever, mother, daughter, however, it's a business. And encourage caregivers, if they have an issue with any caregiver, no matter whether they're your family or not, they can report these issues to you and it will be handled fairly. Because sometimes other caregivers won't report things just because they know that you're related. We also used to tell people we're not hiding the fact that we're related, but you don't have to go in blasting everyone. This is my sister's company, this is my cousin's company. I can do whatever I want to do, and making other people feel uncomfortable because you're related. Although it wasn't in hiding or a secret, it's not something that should be blasted all the time and rubbed in the faces of other people that work for you. That's called clout chasing. You don't want anyone that's going to do that. When they come in and get hired and go through your process, let them know the expectations about your relationship as well. Also, on the other hand, just because they're related to you, they can't get people fired. Like, well, I'm going to get you fired. I'm going to tell my sister that I don't like you, whatever the case may be, because sometimes drama comes with it. You would just want to make sure the expectations are clear and professional. If it's a person that's easily upset and hard to reason with and not coachable, you want to make sure that you don't hire that person either. You want to be very objective and don't just hire people because they're easy hire because you're related. Sometimes you may have to work a little harder to find other people to work for you if you can't find people related to you or that are friends with you that you can hire that will be an asset to your company. On the other hand, we want to say some do's when hiring people that work for you. You want to hire family members that have great work ethics. If they've been faithfully working at their job for 20 years and they're a great worker and they'll be an asset to your company, we definitely recommend that you hire them if they're seeking employment with your company because they can be a great asset. Some of our family members have been our best employees. However, we have had to fire some family members when they were in the wrong. Some of them didn't feel like they were, and it did, I won't say ruin relationships, but the relationships sort of change. People get in their feelings and feel a certain type of way. But at the end of the day, you have to do what's best for yourself and your company because you're building this company for a legacy for your family, for yourself. You can't let anyone get in the way of that. Family members who genuinely want you to succeed. They may not have the most experience in the industry. They may not have never done it before, but because they genuinely want you to succeed, they may be great. It's not hard to be a caregiver. People are mothers, they've taken care of siblings, they've taken care of their own parents. Most people know the role of caregiving. You can bring people in, and as long as they're teachable, trainable, coachable, definitely bring them in, let them help you. We have some clients, their moms have entrepreneurial experience and they help them move along even faster because they want them to succeed. So sometimes family will be your most reliable asset and ally in this industry that's very difficult to navigate. We recommend you pick and choose who you hire, no matter if they're friends or family. If there's family you don't want to hire, be honest with them. Don't sugarcoat things. Just let them know. They may feel a certain type of way for a short amount of time, but most people get over things in the long run. And once they see you're serious, maybe they will change some of their personal habits. They can be a good fit for your company. So we do recommend that you hire friends and family. They can be a great asset to you. However, use this checklist to determine who may be a good fit, who may be not. Sometimes you have to make an executive decision on who to hire and who to utilize for your company. But you also have to remember you have to have good business practices and ethics yourself. So it starts with you at the top and it all trickles down from there. Thank you for joining us today on hiring family and friends for your agency. And we look forward to bringing you guys more educational content to help you be successful in owning and sustaining a quality home care agency. See you later.